page 19 in Sanskrit, page 21 in English. Together. Om Ajaya Namah, Om Avyayaya Namah, Om Avinashine Namah, Om Achintyaya Namah, Om Aprameyaya Namah, Om Advitiyaya Namah, Om Aniketaya Namah, Om Anushasana Priyaya Namah, Om Antasakshine Namah, Om Antaryamine Namah, Om Anandaya Namah, Om Atmaswarupaya Namah, Om Anglavasha Viduttamaya Namah, Om Ishwaraya Namah, Om Udara Hridayaya Namah, Om Utsagavardhakaya Namah, Om Ekasmai Namah, Om Omkaravide Namah, Om Karunasagaraya Namah, Om Karmaparayana Namah, Om Kalatitaya Namah, Om Kaivalyaswarupaya Namah, Om Kritatmane Namah, Om Kritakrityaya Namah, Om Gita Jnana Yajna Pracharakaya Namah, Om Gurave Namah, Om Gunatitaya Namah, Om Grantakrite Namah, Om Chinmayaya Namah, Om Chinna-samshayaaya Namah, Om Jagadatmane Namah, Om Jagat-sakshine Namah, Om Janapriyaya Namah, Om Jitendriyaya Namah, Om Jiva-brahmaikyavide Namah, Om Jivan-muktaya Namah, Om Jirna-mandirodharakaya Namah, Om Tapovan-shishyaya Namah, Om Tapasvine Namah, Om Tapanashanaya Namah, Om Tejasvarupaya Namah, Om Tejasvine Namah, Om Dehatitaya Namah, Om Dvandvatitaya Namah, Om Dridhanishchayaya Namah, Om Dharma Samstapakaya Namah, Om Dhimate Namah, Om Dhiraya Namah, Om Dhairyapradaya Namah, Om Narayanaya Namah, Om Nijanandaya Namah, Om Nirapekshaya Namah, Om Nispruhaya Namah, Om Nirupamaya Namah, Om Nirvikalpaya Namah, Om Nityaya Namah, Om Niranjanaya Namah, Om Paramaya Namah, Om Parabrahmane Namah, Om Pavanaya Namah, Om Pavakaya Namah, Om Purushottamaya Namah, Om Prasannatmane Namah, Om Phalasaktiragitaya Namah, Om Bahubhaktaya Namah, Om Bandhamochakaya Namah, Om Brahmanishkaya Namah, Om Brahmaparaya Namah, Om Vayanashanaya Namah, Om Bharata-gauravaya Namah, Om Bhumne Namah, Om Mahavakyopadeshakaya Namah, Om Maharshaye Namah, Om Madhurasvabhavaya Namah, Om Manoharaya Namah, Om Mahatmane Namah, Om Medavine Namah. Om Yatatmane Namah. Om Yajnakrute Namah. Om Lokaprasiddhaya Namah. Om Vakmine Namah. Om Vibhave Namah. Om Vinodapriyaya Namah. Om Vinayashilaya Namah. Om Vitaragaya Namah. Om Vedanta Vidyaya Namah. Om Shantaya Namah. Om Shanti Pradaya Namah. Om Shastrottarakaya Namah. Om Shuddha Sattvaya Namah. Om Shruti Paradaya Namah. Om Shrutriyaya Namah. Om Sannyasine Namah. Om Samabuddhaye Namah. Om Satchidanandaya Namah. Om Sarvahita Chintakaya Namah. Om Satya Sankalpaya Namah. Om Santushtaya Namah. Om Sadhave Namah. Om Sumanase Namah. Om Sukrude Namah. Om Swayam Jyotishe Namah. Om Siddha Prajnaya Namah. Om Shamashilaya Namah. Om Jnanamurtaye Namah. Om Jnanayogine Namah. Om Jnanatriptaya Namah. Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namah. Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namah. Samastajana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Thanks to the hosts Jagdish Bhai and Khyati Behin. They have been hosting many Guru Paduka Pujas last few years back, almost every month. And that's why you have all of the books which she collected over many months. She has a whole stock of Padukas also with her. I think you distributed it.
Yeah, it's all good.
So this project of speaking on the 108 names of Pujya Gurudev came to me when we had decided to celebrate or to observe, to be precise, the 25th Mahasamadhi of Gurudev in the year 2018, that is next year. And 93 is when he left the body. And it so happened 93 is the year when I got the Diksha also from Gurudev himself. The next year is the 25th year of my Diksha also.
Oh yeah, 25 years.
So 25 years, it just ran like, so quickly. So that is the, just keep it open.
Okay,
Should not be distracted at all. Pay attention here. So this also a very significant year for Chinmaya Mission, for having left the body. Gurudev still is blessing in many, many different ways. Various centers that have come, and so many new Swamis and Brahmacharis who have come to the fold to spread the knowledge. And it is said that when he was alive, he worked with only one body. Now he is working with everybody. But it is believed that a Mahatma doesn't leave the place where he has been working. And when he took Samadhi in San Diego and his body was taken to Siddhabari, from there it is said that where he is blessing everyone, especially those who go there. And it is very beautiful Samadhi Sthal we have there, overlooking beautiful Himalayas. Now, we have been doing this satsanga from August 15th onwards. So we are almost 2 months, more than 2 months. We have completed 29 names so far. This is the 30th today. And the topic is Chinna-samshayaaya Namah. The one who, to him whose doubts are cut asunder. Chinna means to cut, chit to cut. Chinna, having cut. What is that which is destroyed or cut? Is samshaya. Samshaya means doubt. We have absolutely no doubts, no problem. Only one who has doubt has to work under that. Now, what doubt anybody will have in one's own life? A small child would ask the parents, where is this world come from? The small children have a lot of curiosity. Why do the birds fly and we don't? Why the sky is blue? Why ocean is so vast? What is beyond the ocean? What is outside this earth? None of these questions can be easily answered. So the father would say, for every question he will say, I don't know. Why the birds fly, we don't. I don't know. What is beyond this world? I don't know. Where was I before I was born? I don't know. So the boy asked then finally, Daddy, do you think I am asking too many questions? The father said, ask beta, ask. Without asking, how will you ever learn? The answer he is giving me, I don't know. So this boy asked the father, how is the rain is coming down from the sky? So the father very seriously started explaining. This is only 3-year-old boy. Said, the heat of the sun, when it is there on this ocean, the vast ocean water get evaporated and they go up, and because of the cool atmosphere they get condensed and it forms clouds, and clouds moved by the wind, they go towards the mountain, obstructed by the mountains. Then there is a downpour of water, rain, and that's what we have as rain, and rain becomes the streams and then falls and then become canals and slowly becomes collected river, and river is flowing to the ocean. The boy almost went to sleep. So he got bored and then went to the mom. Mom, tell me how the rain is coming from the sky. Oh, you see there is a cloud. That is the vehicle of Indra called Airavata. And the Indra is pouring water on us. Boy said, such a simple thing. Why our dad is making so complicated? Now, you see, question is the same, answers are different. Actually, the true answer was given by the dad only, anyway. But the mother also gave answer as it is applicable to the child. A 3-year-old, what does he understand? Evaporation of water. What does he understand? The answer was right. So, it is necessary for us to ask questions, no doubt. Even asking questions should be done to a correct person. If you go to the wrong person, ask the right question, you will get the wrong answer only. And it is strange, in the Hindu customs, the Swami should have answer for all questions. That's what they think. If there is a stomachache also, they will ask question to the doctor. I mean, not to the Swami only. If they have a problem with the wife also, they ask the Swami only. How is that the Swami is expected to do all the answers? My son is not getting married. You tell me what to do. Oh, what can I do for that? Very strange people. Never accept scriptures, everything they will ask under the sun. Do you go and ask the lawyer about your stomachache? Why am I having stomachache? So the lawyer will say, sue the stomach. What else you can do? Or you go to the doctor and say, my neighbor is troubling me, what do I do? Give him a sleeping pill. What his area of work only he will tell. The Swami is expected to know all answers. So therefore, what is the doubt? And the beginning stages of our life, our doubts are about mundane things in life. If somebody has no business at all, no work at all, he will have doubt about what the neighbors are doing. Because there is nothing else to do. But a person who started thinking about his own life or her own life will start wondering about what should I be doing in my life? What is the correct duty to perform? What is my dharma? What am I supposed to do? What is the field in which I should engage? So when you are sending your children to school and then they start learning and then they come back, what you would like to be? Many times we ask that question. When they are in the 9th grade or 10th grade, you ask them question. Okay, and many times when people come to my, where ashram, I ask if there is a boy or a girl at around 9th grade or 10th grade, what you would like to be when you finish your schooling? What you would like to pursue? Usually it is the shoulder will go a few inches above and come down. I don't know. If the child has got the same answer at 12th grade also, then there is a problem. That means independent thinking has not started. They get influenced by all others around them, but they have not started thinking independently. So at that stage, when the child is, the boy or the girl is in 12th grade, they start thinking about the future. What should I do? Engineering stream or medical stream or software this or a lawyer, and there's so many things are there. Economics, finance, art and music, so many things are there. That's why parents expose them to all different things and see which one he is interested in. Now, after having settled in a particular profession, and then what kind of a job should I? Then that's another one. After that is what kind of a person should I marry? Is it not that next one? Our Gurudev used to say, when the girl is only between 20 and 25, you introduce any boy to that girl. Our question is, who is he? I want to know. Give me the picture. I want to see the person first before you tell anything. I want to see who is he. But she has not decided anything until 25. Between 25 and 30, or 32. You show a boy, what is he? Now his interest, our question is different.
Yeah.
Not who is he. It doesn't matter how he looks. What is he? Is he earning money properly? Is he capable of maintaining my, living? I am a high maintenance person. Can he maintain my requirements? That's our question. After 31 also not married. Then you introduced a boy. That girl will say, where is he? Now I want somebody. From who is he to what is he to where is he? So as one matures, a person's question also becomes different. So as I said, when a young boy, his question is different from when he or she becomes 20 or 30, the question is different. And after say 40, 45, the question is different. But in Vedanta we say, all of us are doing only one thing. We are seeking. And what we are seeking was the same. All of us seek one thing. And that is undivided, continuous joy. We are only seeking Ananda. In various ways we are doing the same thing. When you are hungry, when you are eating, and the hunger is making you unhappy. The body which requires a certain kind of food, and then you are seeking a state of happiness which will, immediate happiness, that will be fulfilled by the food that you give, that you take. Right or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you are thirsty, then you are seeking water. If you are tired, you are seeking rest. But through the rest, through drinking water, and through eating food, and through a company of people, through the work, through the job, through the earning, through the salary, through the vacation, in all various things that we do on a daily life or planned to do certain thing, all these are all to find happiness. So the seeking is the same, but the various avenues with which we are seeking is what is making us temporarily happy. And that is from the time immemorial, from the time of Stone Age onward, even today, the seeking is the same. Whether educated or uneducated, literate or illiterate, man or woman, even mrigas, all the very word mriga means also that only. So they are all seeking the same thing, happiness. Better than yesterday, better than tomorrow, better than today, I want more happiness. And interestingly, what we find is the same thing is not giving the same amount of happiness to the same person. After you had your breakfast, you want coffee also. The coffee happiness is different from idli happiness. Okay, roti, okay, let us go to Gujarati. So Gujarat, the roti happiness is over. Chai happiness I want. Chai happiness is over. Then I want Srikhand happiness. You see? I want Srikhand. Why? Because chai is okay, but Srikhand is different kind of happiness. And I don't want to eat alone, I want somebody around me. Then you look for a friend. After having eaten your food, then I want to see some movie. Another happiness. And I don't want to see the movie alone, so I'll call my friends to come along with me. See, it is never ending. This seeking happiness is constantly going on. But it is said that one who has started this seeking for happiness, when he or she starts thinking and understanding that, why am I going after something which is temporary? So that is a level of maturity a person comes to. But that will happen only when you stop and think. Our Gurudev also, when he was, you might have seen in the movie, he was growing up to be a very skeptic person. And he always questioned everything. He never took anything for granted, and he took even not religion for granted. And though religion assured him happiness, etc., he said, I don't believe in that. Nobody can prove it to me. And growing skeptic, he is more into social issues when he became a journalist, and he started writing on social issues. Even there, he finds that, it's all temporary. Nothing is permanently there. And at that time, the country was struggling for freedom. Very great movements were going on. But he happened to land at Shivananda Ashram. And there everybody said that here is a fulfilled, complete person who has reached the ultimate pinnacle of happiness. Shiva Ananda. And then observing him, he realized that the question that he was raising before was so mundane. Very, very lower and gross level of looking for things. There is something more to ask in questions about in life. So, the seeking is the same, but where he is seeking has become different. We are all seeking the same happiness, but where are you looking for? उसी के बात है आप अपने भजन में कहा है कहाँ ढूंढ रहे भाई? What is that statement?
तू ढूंढता है जिसको बस
तेरी मन में. You are looking for it everywhere, but you are not looking for the place where it is actually. And it is said in Upanishad also, what we are looking for is happiness, and we are looking for that through our senses outside. By looking at things, we are trying to be happy. By hearing things, we are trying to be happy. By smelling, by tasting, by touching, by having some company of people emotionally, we are trying to find happiness. ये सब में नहीं है. This maturity comes to a person not only either by his own inquiry, or it is being taught by a right person. In the case of Kathopanishad, it is very clearly said, Paranchikani vidranat swayambhuhu tasmat parang pashyati na antaratman. Our eyes, ear, nose, tongue, etc. are all designed in such a way to look outside, and they do not therefore turn around to seek inside. Kaschid dhiraha. A very rare one. Pratyagatmanam aikshat. Looking for the same thing inside. Avritta chakshuhu turns his attention within. What is he desiring now? Amrutatvamichan. Deathless happiness. And that is the reason why the student in Kathopanishad, Nachiketas, he went to the Lord of Death and he said to him, there is a doubt always. In Sanskrit, the doubt word is 3 words can be used. Samshaya is one of them. Vichikitsa is another. Vichikitsa. Vichikitsa is also same meaning, but more of analysis. So a doubt can be mundane, as I said, that I doubt about this, I doubt about that. But Vichikitsa is analysis. I have thought about it and I have unclear understanding about this. Heyam prete vichikitsa manushye. Ye ayam prete. After having left this physical body, Manushye ye vichikitsa. There is a doubt in the mind of people. Asti iti cha eke na ayam asti iti cha aneke. Some people say there is something beyond death. Some people say there is nothing beyond death. Now, how many of us even ask this question? Is the doubt ever come to your mind? Now, if somebody very dear to you is passed away, at that time you may ask that question. Kahan gaya wo? Is it not true? Kahan hai? If somebody says that he has gone there and here, if he's another place, you can go and look for that person. But here, we do not know where. Yesterday also he was talking to me and all, gone. Where did he go? Is it not a strangest thing? He was there and suddenly he is not there. Ramana Maharshi also had this doubt. Buddha also had this doubt. Where? Where do we disappear? Into thin air? See, some of the Christian and Muslim and Jewish, all the Abrahamic traditions do not believe in existence beyond the physical body's death. There is no travel beyond. There is no journey beyond. You are judged for your sins or merits when there is a judgment day. Until then, you are in the same place where you are dead with the body. That's why they go and do the prayers at the place where one is buried. So, whereas in Hinduism, that is not the way people thought about it. Because there cannot be a sudden absence of a person who lived so consciously, and that soul being non-matter, it cannot be curtailed or conditioned within the matter. While living it is, but beyond the death of the body, it cannot be conditioned there. Therefore, they believed in the further travel of the soul. But where does it go? How does it go? That is a question. That's a question the boy asked his teacher. What do they go? What is there anything? Edad vidyam anusishtastvaya aham. I want to gain this knowledge being taught by you. Why he is asking Lord of Death? Can't he ask anybody else? No, even if somebody answers this question, you will have a doubt. Why? How do you know? You are still here. I can only ask a person who knows the answer. Who takes away the bodies, takes away the soul from the body. Who is the one to ask? Not anybody else. In India, you don't need to go to a doctor for anything. If you have a headache, there are 45 people give you 50 suggestions for that. And none of them are doctors. Oh, my grandma did this and my grandbrother did that and my neighbor did this, my uncle used to do. And you try everybody, nothing works. So you have to ask the right person. And Nachiketas did that. He asked Lord Yama, you teach me this. Nobody else I can ask this question. Etat vidyam anshishtas tvaya aham. By you I need to be taught this knowledge. Varana mesha varatri. This is my bone. I want to ask you. So that doubt is not a mundane one. It's not about what to do next. Whether to go here or there, what dress to wear. That's not the question. So first of all, he needs to know that there is something beyond death. So the answer that was given by Yama is, it is, first of all. Yes, there is something beyond death. But are you mature enough to understand that? That is his question. So he gave him all sort of things to dissuade him. I'll give you long life. I'll give you a lot of money. I'll give you dance and damsels. You enjoy your life. That boy was looking at you. Keep that to yourself. I don't want it. You tell me the answer to this question. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidena. This is not easy to understand. Understand, oh, the child, you don't think that it is easy. So when he said it is, that was an answer. Asti. It is. Nachayate mriyate va vipaschat. There is something which is unborn and undying, which is present there. Your doubt is right. And the answer is, it is. Now, what he was seeking was a doubt about existence of anything beyond death. Now, why is he asking this question? Let us analyze this. He is also asking for happiness only, in a different way. Because death should not be the end of the journey. And all our happiness, presently what we are seeking, are all only with respect to this conditioned existence. All our happiness now we are looking for is what? Either it is related to the body, meaning what to eat, what to enjoy, what to see, where to go, etc. Or it is emotional, company, joy, sorrow, and I want success, etc., intellectual. But we never ask the spiritual question. So when the body is gone, what kind of a question should be then? It's not related to the body, it's not related to the mind, it's not related to the intellect. So the happiness of what I derive out of body, mind or intellect now are being done with what I am seeking is a greater level of happiness, and that will be only when the source is eternal, the experience is eternal. Isn't that true? If the source is limited, my experience also will be limited. So I want that eternal happiness. Therefore his question is there eternality for the soul? The answer for that is yes, which is not subject to birth, which is not subject to death. Therefore it is eternal. Ajo nitya shashvataha ayam puranaha na anyate anyamane sharire. Even as the body is killed, that is not killed. Now, Gurudev writes beautifully, this ends the seeking. Now starts the search. Now, you understand the difference between seeking and searching. Seeking is about, it is there or not. An answer, is it there or not. Searching is, where is it? The first stage is, the doubt is what? Is it there? And afterwards, once you know it is there, now where is it now? Many people in the first level itself, they say it's stuck. And many people doubt it also. As Mahatma Gandhiji beautifully said, doubting the existence of the God is like doubting your eyes while you are seeing. You are seeing all right, but do you doubt your eyes? Do I have eyes? You are seeing. I am seeing all right, but do I have eyes? Do I have ears? Do you have ever seen your ears directly? You attempted. It's not possible also. But do you doubt it? I doubt whether I have ears. Yeah, you may doubt whether you have a brain at all or not. But the ears you should not doubt. Because without which how will you hear? Without which how will you see? So, seeking is to know whether it exists or not. And once the seeking is complete by the assurance, it is. Now, this is where one needs to develop Shraddha, faith. Because it is something which you do not directly know it. The answer that Nachiketas was given by Yama, or a guru will give to a disciple, that disciple should have implicit faith on that answer. If the seeking does not stop by having faith, you continue to seek with no further progress. Because if you have a doubt, even in that answer given by the Shastra or the teacher, the seeking will continue. Will never go to the next step. That is why Bhagavan Krishna says, Samshayatma vinashyati. If you have a doubt in the declaration of the scriptures or the words of the teacher, you will perish. Why? You will not find it. As a human being, if we have not attempted to find out, as any other living being, will we ever able to do it? Do we have even the faculty for that? And so this human birth is so precious. In this alone you can definitely find an answer and reach it. If you don't believe in the human, while you are human, where you can to find out, what is the point of even living as a human being? And when this is what the questions that are even in Bhajagovindam also, he raises this question. Kastvam koham kuta ayatah kame janani ko me tatah iti paribhavaya sarvamasaram vishvam tyaktva swapna vicharam kahatvam kastvam koham, who is my, who am I? Kame janani, who is my father, who is my mother? Ko me tatah. Now, these are all questions. It's no doubt, these are all doubts of a person. Say, a person who's reached a point of such a maturity will ask this question: who am I? Where I have come from? Who's my mother and who's my father? Now, this looks very simple questions, but I'll tell you what depth it is. First one is, if you take the mother and father, if you ask who is my mother, you are referring to the mother of this body. And I know who is the mother. Why am I asking? Why are you asking this question to me? The teacher will ask, who's my father if the student asks. You know it. Why are you asking me? Who's my father, who's my brother, or who's my mother? You know it. Who is the father of the soul? Not this body, this I know. Who am I? Son of so and so. Where have you come from? Of course, from mother's womb. Many people ask, Swamiji, where are you from? I'm from California. No, originally, where are you from? From my mother's womb. What else you can answer? Originally from where? What do you mean? So, that answer, the questions are correct, but answer cannot be mundane or gross. Who am I? I have my biodata if you want to give you. Where have you come from? California. Who's your mother? So and so. Who's my father? Is that what he's asking? See, if you look at it, if the soul is continuously journeying for so long, how many mothers you had? How many fathers you have had? How many brothers you have had so far? How many wives you had? How many husbands you had? How many children you had? How many grandchildren you had? You know, half of the world is covered. Somewhere we are all related only. And that's why Bhagavan Krishna says as an answer, Pitahamasya jagataha mata data pitamaha. I am the father, I am the mother of all. So the souls, he is not asking who is my father or my mother. Who is the father of the soul? Who is the father of the mother of the soul? Kastvam koham. Who are you? Who am I? Kuta ayada. From where do we come? And that needs to be asked. And that doubt is different. That's about the soul. In Vivek Chodamani also, the questions that was raised by the students are 7 in number. After he got a teacher to ask this question, who can give an answer, Ko nama bandha kadamesha agadaha kadam pratistasya kadam vimoksha ko savanatma paramakka atma tayor vivekaha katam etaducchatam. 7. What is bondage? That's a doubt. How did it come? Kadamesha. How is it continuing to be there? What is the end of it? What is the self? What is the not self? How do I distinguish this? Have you ever asked this question? Huh? That doubt, Swami, this doubt never came to my mind. What is bondage? Doubt. Unless we find that we are in bondage, we will never ask the question. Maja mein hu. Sab theek hai. Khana, pina, sona. Why is the question of asking for bondage? Huh? When one is comfortably sitting in its own cocoon, no question at all. It is like, it is said that one frog was sitting inside in a what do you call that, in a well, and one particular day, there were two of them actually sitting, living in that place. So one happened to jump out of it. And he jumped and went on, down, and suddenly he found a vast ocean. Endless water. It drank to the heart's content. Or water or lake, let us say. Not an ocean, lake. Then he slowly got back and looked at that other fellow. Hey, do you know one thing? What? We are sitting here, there is a vast ocean of water. Vast quantity of water in a lake I found. So delicious water, so beautiful water. Not this water which is more or less stagnant water. How big is the lake? Big. So that frog jumped from one corner of the well to another. Is this big? Kupamanduga it's called. The frog in the well. How much ever this one tried to tell him that you do not even understand the vastness of the water which I found, it can measure only in terms of what? From one part of the well to another part of the well. It cannot even comprehend. So is the case with all of us. The freedom which the Shastra talk about is not one bondage to another bondage. Living in a small house, now I want a bigger house. And that is also bondage. We cannot even comprehend the vastness of the freedom a man of knowledge gains. So first question is, what is bondage? What is that which we are considering or suffering now? See, interesting thing is, if I ask somebody, are you healthy? What is your answer? I'm not asking, are you wealthy? That's a relative term. Are you healthy? How do you measure health?
By numbers. Feeling.
But they go to the lab and then they give the report. They say, none of them are abnormal. I am healthy. Is that what you call it as health? And according to the lab, that is what is called health. According to the doctor, that is what is health. But real health is what? Hunger at proper time, ability to digest, sleep well, and enough energy to do your daily activities without getting tiredness. This is said by who? The father of medicines. Who is that? Who is father of medicines? Not in India. Huh? Hippocrates. That is his statement.
That's been forgotten.
That's been forgotten. Simple thing is, do you get hunger without looking at the food? I mean, we get hungry with looking at the food. Are you hungry without looking at the food? That's the first question. Second, are you able to digest whatever you eat? Are you able to be energetic without getting tired for the number of hours that you are working? Have you got the sound sleep without disturbance? Then you are healthy. So nowadays health is with respect to so many medicines that we take, we are keeping the health. Without that, with the medicine all removed, then we are not healthy. Similarly, the question is, are you free? Are you free really? So when a student goes to the teacher, first thing he will look at it, is the teacher free first of all? This is also another bondage. Is he happy or no reason? That's why we are all given last name Anand. He's supposed to be happy. Are you really happy? If the teacher himself is not happy, then the student will run away from there. So what is bondage? Then how did it come? From where did I pick it up? Is the bondage my nature? If bondage is my nature, then I should be happy with the bondage. I am not happy with this conditioning. That means I am looking for a release. If a person is living in a prison and he is happy about it, then there is no question of wanting a release out of it. He is just imprisoned, fine. And nowadays prisons are most desirable place to live because you have insurance covered and you have entertainment, you have a gym and you have food. Now the country or the city is in trouble. And how much we can feed these fellows? Criminals. And all the taxpayers are feeding them. Konamabandha kadamesha gadaha kadam pradishta asya. Why is it staying on? What makes it go on like this? And kadam vimoksha. How do I get out of it? And what is real and what is not real? How do I distinguish this? These are the doubts the student asks this question. Ask the teacher. So the teacher's job is to remove these doubts completely. And why he is able to remove? Because he asked the same question to his teacher. And not only he got the answers from his teacher, but he did the important thing called vichar. Without vichar, you will definitely will be not merely satisfied by the answer. That is, vichar is what we call it as search. You have the answers in your mind, but answer is alone is not sufficient. Answer is going to be your experience. That's why Arjuna asked many questions, went on asking one after another in every chapter almost. Very patiently, Krishna was answering that. But finally what he said, do what you wish to do. Now why he said that? Unless you do your vichar, what I am saying is not going to be your experience. It should become your own answer. And that is where seeking ends, search will begin. I know the answers. Now, is it my experience? I know the happiness is not outside. According to the teacher and the scripture, it is inside. As you saw, man mein hai, so calm. Now I have to find out. Because nobody else can accompany me there. That is now on my own I have to start. And with this help of Shraddha, what my teacher has said is right. It is true. It is there. I have to find out. So that is the reason why we call Gurudev as Chinna-samshayaaya Namah. One whose doubts are finally completely destroyed by his own personal experience. He also went as a disciple. He also went to his teacher, Swami Ishwaranandaji, or then further move on to Swami Tapovanam. As like any other seeker, that's why they call them seekers. Seekers are those who are doubting whether it is there or not. Once the seeking is completed by the assurance given by the teacher and the guidance also given by the teacher, then you become searcher. I want to search. And such a searcher is called mumukshu. A mumukshu is not a seeker. A mumukshu is a person who searches. Because moksha asti, it's there, moksha is there. I want to get it. So that is why the teachers are also looking for people who have genuine questions and the daringness to look for the answers by themselves after being given the guidance. Even after studying also, I still doubt whether it is true at all or not. Then what can you do? In the whole life you will be only seeking only. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You will not be able to turn within. So a meditator, a contemplative person is one who has no more doubt about the existence of that reality. That's why when listening to the scriptures or Shravanam, what is removed is the existence of the reality is removed. The doubt about existence. Shravanat Jnanam. And then Jnanam will continue in reflection called Mananam. In that state, you are doing the Samshaya Vichcheta. Removal of that further doubt about whether it is possible for me to reach there. And in Nididhyasana or Dhyanam, you are attempting to reach there. Viparita Jnanam is removed from the mind in the Shravana state. And then Samshaya is removed in the Manana. And then looking for the experience, Atma Anubhav, that is in meditation. So in the Upanishad it is said, only when this personal experience is there, then all the karmas will come to an end. And the knots of the heart also will be broken. Vidyate hridaya grantihi chidyante sarva samshayaah Shriyante cha asya karmani tasmin drishte paravare. Where the knots of the heart are removed, meaning the bondage which is connecting the individual with the world, that is snapped. He realizes that I am the soul and not an individual. All the relationship connected to the individual is temporary. So therefore that disconnect takes place. Then all the doubts come to an end. Chityante sarva samshayaah. I have absolutely no doubt that reality is. That's my experience. Then sarva karmani, all the actions will come to an end. Shriyante sarva karmani. All the actions, that is past, present and future. Prarabdha also is removed in the sense that it's no more going to affect him. When? Tasmin drishte, on seeing that reality, para and avara, higher and lower. That is higher nature of pure consciousness and lower nature of conditioned consciousness. When these two are seen as one and the same, such an individual is said to be a man of realization. So, when we say Chinna-samshayaaya Namah, the one whose doubts have completely been removed. See, when I was, working in Bangalore and when I was busy with my professional, I had absolutely no doubt. But I never asked any question and there's no doubt about it. When I was growing up, I asked many questions to my parents. Why are we worshipping this? What is this ritual? And what is the purpose of going to the temple and doing the prayers and then fasting and feasting and celebration and all the religious ceremonies? And then afterwards, I lost interest in them. There's no answer. Oh, we are all doing because my parents did it, you do you. That answer did not satisfy me and then I left it. This is not worth pursuing. I never looked for an answer also. And that suddenly came Gurudev and pulled me out inside. I will give an answer to your questions. I have forgotten about the questions itself. Suddenly when this opened up a new different thing altogether. Then I recalled those questions that I raised when I was young. Now answers are laid in front of me. These are the answers to your questions. Once you are convinced that these are the right answers, then I said, oh, this is worth pursuing then. And Gurudev was such a person who would, in his talk itself, like even Shankaracharya, when he writes his commentary, he will himself raise the question. It's a Purva Pakshi. And there is a person, let us say somebody asks this question, what is the answer? It's because we may not have that intellectual acumen to ask that question. So you'll say, if somebody asks this question, this kind of an argument, what will be the answer for that? If you give this answer, this will be the another doubt. There is the answer for it. If this is the answer, another doubt. What is the answer for that? So by the time you understand how the whole system of thinking takes place there, that's called vichar. You are traveling with the commentator, like Shankaracharya, and then gets the whole thing clarified. Then thereafter, when you sit for your meditation, you should have no doubts. If one has not studied properly, you will get questions then in your mind. Oh, what is the answer for that? And Gurudev said, never blindly follow. Never Shankaracharya ever said, I say so, therefore thou shalt do. No. I will ask questions. And you see our Upanishad, you see our Puranas, everybody was asked, everybody has the right to ask questions. Nobody is put down. Ask questions. If I don't know the answer, then I have to search for an answer now, because this question is valid. Never deny the questions. That is only challenging your understanding. And if I do not have if I have not myself understood it properly, I will be afraid of questions. Blasphemy? What do you mean by blasphemy? I have the right to ask questions. You have to answer it. If you don't answer, you don't know. That's all it is. So our rishis were not afraid of facing questions. And Gurudev, anybody can ask any question. He will have so much of joy of answering. Come on, ask questions. He will challenge you to ask questions. Come on, find out. What is your question? You will be afraid to ask questions to him, because he definitely knows the answer. Even before he asks, he knows this is what you are going to ask. So one who has become doubtlessly clear. No, Chikitsa I told you. And why the Nachiketas? No doubting. Nachiketa. No more doubts in his mind. And that's why it's at the end of the discussion with Yama, what Nachiketa realized is Nachiketas. There is no doubt about it now. And such a doubtless knowledge alone will give you freedom. Just like if you are afraid of a person, you will not be very happy with or very free with that person, isn't it? If you are insecure with another person, I know what that kind of person is. You will stay away from, right? But if one with whom you are having no fear, then you feel free with that person. Right? So, only when we have cleared of all the doubts, we will gain freedom. If the doubt is there, that will stop your progress. So that is the reason in our scriptures, the student is given every chance to ask questions. There is one Upanishad called Prashna Upanishad. That's why the Prashna. See, I told you three things, no? One is Samshaya, another is Chikitsa, then Prashna. Prashna is inquiry. And that's different from Samshaya. Samshaya is a doubt about anything. And Chiketas is, you have inquired and you are not sure about it. Prashna is clarification. Clarification. This is what I think. Is it right or not? That's called Prashna. So, Prashnopanishad is about questions raised by the students and how the answer is given by the teacher. So, we must move from one level of maturity and slowly, slowly from seeking, we should go to the point of search. Let's say the vichara starts, inquiry will start. Self-inquiry, like Ramana Maharshi's famous thing is Koham, self-inquiry. Inquiry, you see that word? Doubt, not doubt. So, Koham is not a doubt, it's an inquiry. I know that I am not the body, I know that I am not the mind, I know I am not the intellect, then who am I? I want to inquire into my nature. And I know, meaning Shastra has very clearly said, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect. If that is the case, what is my true nature? I have to inquire into that. This inquiry, Prashna. So one who has thus asked this question and not merely got the answer from the books and the teachers, but found the answer by himself, aparoksha anubhuti. And such a person alone becomes free of doubts. No more ambiguity about anything. Clear, pratyaksha. Apara aksha, with no other person's point of view. I have seen it clearly. And that alone is a true realization. And the one who has gained such a clarity in his thinking is Chinna-samshayaaya. To such a teacher, our salutations. Chinna-samshayaaya Namah. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkhabhat bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru